Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Foos Entertainment for a review of 2015's Taken 3. Alright, what's the punchline on this one? Oh, there isn't one. So, wasn't there really any good, really one-liners in this film, really? That's one thing that's missing. That's already a red flag right there now, isn't it? Alright, I will be talking about the plot of the film, the world's opinion of the film, my opinion of the film, and give the film a ranking. Alright. The hunter becomes the hunted when Liam Neeson returns as former MI6 operative Brian Mills. I'm sorry, I'm not saying CIA. He's not CIA. He finds himself framed for the brutal murder of his ex-wife, consumed with rage, and pursued by a civil police inspector, played by Forrest Whitaker. Mills must rely on his particular set of skills one last time to find the real killers, clear his name, and protect the only thing that matters to him now, his daughter. Okay. World's opinion of Taken 3. They consider this the weak link of the Taken trilogy. This right here is just is a generic conclusion to a trilogy when it comes to the Taken movies, and it goes even further away from the first film than the second film did, and it definitely feel like it just didn't have the feel of the first two films, and definitely is nowhere near the quality of the first. I would say I'm also kind of getting kind of deja vu type of stuff of the terrible threes when it comes to movies. Like, for example, I will always defend Alien 3 is a true Alien movie, but I will definitely say that is a terrible third installment. But I still enjoyed the hell out of it. Another good example would be Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines. I would say that this film right here kind of does the same thing. And when you get to the third installment, it's supposed to be better. But that's not the case with Taken 3, so we're going into my opinion now. Taken 3 is not a terrible movie, I would say. But the quality of that first film is long in the rearview mirror at this point. In the second film, well, this way, this movie is so much of a step backwards from the second film that it makes the second film look like it could stand toe to toe with the first film. And my little opinion about why that happened is they took too long to make this movie. They could have made this movie in 2014 with Liam Neeson's very busy schedule, which we'll be talking about, I might add, because I got a couple of bonus reviews I'm going to do after this tonight. Those reviews are to two films with Liam Neeson that were filmed in 2014. I think that, they should have had them do this movie in 2013 or 14, and it may have actually been a better movie. This just feels like they were running out of ideas at this point, and they decided to go ahead and just throw something out there, kind of like what you have with Hellraiser, for example. You have those 4 really good movies, and then you got all of these Jacob Ladder homage movies like Inferno and Hellseeker and Deader and Hellworld, and they just throw Pinhead in there and just make it a Hellraiser movie by having Doug Bradley in there for 5 minutes throughout the movie. They have our main character throughout the entire movie, but this feels like this could have been any action movie. It doesn't feel like it belongs side by side with the first two Taken movies. That kind of makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense to all of you when I'm saying that. That said, I still enjoy this movie. I still get a big fun experience out of Taken 3. And this is what I suspect. I suspect that because this was actually somewhat written by, the story was kind of written by Liam Neeson, I believe. I believe it says that. Let me go ahead and check on it back up here. I knew I saw it in here somewhere. Well, it's not on the back of here, but I know I did read this in the credits of the film. I read in the credits of the film that this might have been kind of slightly written by Liam Neeson or something like that. So my theory is he probably intended for this to be a different movie, and then they decided to make a Taken movie out of it. That's what it kind of feels like as well. But that said, I still do like the movie. Now let's go ahead and get this film a ranking. I would say that this is not quite bad enough to just give it a good score of 2 stars. I say it's a bit better than a 2-star movie. So I do this somewhat often too. I'm giving this a 2.5 stars. I wouldn't exactly consider it a great film, but it's an almost great film. So 2.5 stars, which is still pretty good. And definitely worth the price of admission. So I would say definitely, haven't seen it, Foos says check it out. And I will see you guys next time for another action film review with Liam Neeson. Until then.